You are not poor because you are lazy. It is not because your salary is too small. Quitting your job in order to focus on entrepreneurship does not guarantee you success. Yeah, welcome. It is our first edition of Financial Literacy with M.O Olaigbala, T.P.H. Now, in this series, I will be teaching us the reason why so many faithful tithe payers, children of God, they are paying tithe, they are giving offering, they are doing all sorts of things to make God happy, to fulfill the scripture so that they can become blessed in their own thinking. But they forgot that blessings of God is not a thing that we have to work for. Now look at this workshop now. Somebody can say, oh, I'm a carpenter. What can I achieve in this place? How will I do it? The reason why you might look down on your job or creativity is because you are yet to master it. Now, when you master something and you give it time consistently and you are delivering the best, that's the package. When you deliver the best, your creativity, your salary does not determine your richness or your wealthiness. It is your mentality that determines that. And that is why I discovered something recently. And I was like, if I keep this to myself, in the next 5 years, if Jesus Christ tarries, some people will call me and say, you have used our glory. I'm not joking. Some people will look at me and say, this man, you are now diabolic. Some people will look at me and say, Baba Pari, M.O Olaigbala, are you sure you are normal? Okay, now, let's take a look at something. Some people begin to shout up and down that tithe is a scam. If you are paying tithe, you are a fool. If you are paying tithe, you are this. But let me shock you. Either you are a Christian, you are an atheist, you are a Muslim, you are an idol worshiper, or you don't believe in God, you don't do anything, you are paying tithe. Just that the way we pay it is different. If you are a Christian, you are expected to bring it to the house of God, church. Give it to your pastor, give it to your prophet, give it to your prophetess, give it to your bishop. Fine and good. That's the commandment of God. But if you are not a Christian, you are paying tithe as well. Imagine you find yourself in a place where you want to enjoy life, and ordinarily a bottle of minerals that they sell for 200 naira, you will sit down in a cafe, in a lounge, in a cafe because of the packaging, and then you are going to buy the same mineral at the rate of 2,000 naira, at the rate of 3,000 naira, and you tell me that you are not paying tithe. You are paying tithe. Just that the way you pay it is different. Some of you will go, you take your money, you go to hook up girls, you go to prostitute house, you go to a place where they smoke Indian shisha, all those terrible things. You spend a whole lot of money. Some of you will go to a clubhouse, you spend a whole lot of money, and you say you're not paying tithe. You are paying tithe. Even what you are paying is more than tithe. Just that you don't get it. You now, you receive 100,000 naira, and the first thing that came to your mind is, oh, I want to enjoy myself. Then you go to the best lounge. The minimum you can spend in a lounge for you to enjoy yourself cannot be lesser than 30k above. Now, the ordinary drink, there was a drink, I forgot the name. You know, it's not my type, so I can't remember such a name. But presently there is a drink in Nigeria. It's the most expensive drink. I'm talking about either millions of naira, ordinary drink. So you are paying tithe, but that's not the area I'm going. Financial literacy. That is what I want us to talk about. Now, there are 5 educations in this life. If you don't have it, your life will be miserable. And so many times, the plans of God for you will not come to pass. Now, one of the most common education that everybody focus on and everybody is trying their best, you know, I want to make sure I want to have it, is I think it is in the 3rd category, and that is what? Academic education. You see, academic education does 3 things, just 3 things. It enables you to read, it enables you to write, and it enables you to make analytics, calculation. That's all. 5. If you discover, those of you that you are a Nigerian, you are an African boy, you will discover that when Christianity came newly into the country, what they did, I'm talking about Nigeria, what they did is to establish primary schools and secondary schools. Go and make your research. The olden day churches, they don't have university. It is nowadays that church has turned to business that they now introduce university. University was not part of the plan, and the reason behind it is this. It is because we don't need all those things in the reason why the Christianity of those days brought education. The reason why they brought education is so that you will be able to read and write the Bible and the word of God they are presenting to you. And that's why if you go to Nigeria, especially Yoruba land today, you will still see so many government schools that they were called a name of a church. Like me now, I finished at St. Peter African Church Grammar School, Ondo Road, Ile-Ife. I am part of the set that finished 2012. Now, that school was established by a church, African church. Are you getting it? And when government took over, everything, that is when they now said, okay, all these schools, because those days, Christian schools are free of charge. And that is why you see so many people fighting all these big churches that their university, they are so expensive. The reason why they are fighting them is because what they grew up to know and what they grew up to understand is the fact that education is free from primary to secondary school. And after that, you continue your work, you learn hard work, or you go for vocational training, or you continue your farming. So now, when they now discover that, look, these people, they have turned it to something else. That is why you see them fighting and saying all sorts of things. That's not where I'm going to. Now, academic education is for the purpose of speaking. As I'm speaking to you now, you can understand. Even though you are not a Yoruba, you are not an Englishman, but you understand English. It's because of what? Academic education. And even some people, God grant them grace. They can speak in English, they can write in English, they understand English, and they never go to school. There are some people like that. And some people, they can speak multi-language. Yes, they can speak multi-languages because God gave them the capacity. It's part of what God can do. But academic education can do it. How to read, how to write, and how to do calculations. Now, if you are going to be sincere with yourself, most of the things they are teaching us in school, they are necessary. They are not necessary. They are irrelevant. Immediately we finish school. Okay, tell me, what is the usefulness of simultaneous equation after you graduate? What's the essence of indices? What's the essence of statistics? All those theory, Pythagoras theorem. When x plus y is equal to a, find x. What is the essence of all those things after you finish school? It's nonsense. We don't need it, honestly. So the major purpose of education is majorly the primary. Once you have a very solid primary education, you don't need any other education. The education you need next is not academic education. Immediately you know how to read, write, and calculate perfectly. You know 1 plus 1, you know 1 times 1, you know 2 divided by 2, you know all those things. Subtraction, addition, multiplication, and then which one is that? Division. Once you know that 4 things, that's all you needed in academic education. Now, there are other 4 important educations. If you don't have it, you will suffer for long. And one of them is what I'm talking about now: financial literacy. You call it financial education. You see, you can see I'm doing this now. A time is coming, I will not be doing it in this kind of environment. Do you know why? Because what I have discovered, I have started working on it, and I will continue working on it. And by the time I got to a point in my life, things will turn around. I'm not joking here. The reason why so many Christians, they later backslide and say, oh, Jesus is a scam, Bible is a scam, tithe is a scam, church is a scam, is because they forget 2 things. And what is that? Number 1, Jesus as a person. Number 2, Jesus as a man of principle. So many people, they do not believe in Jesus Christ, but they believe in his principle and they are working by it, and it's working for them. That's why you discover that so many countries, so many people that they are not Christians, they don't even believe in God. You see them prospering, and you are like, but these people, they don't believe in God. How come? T.P.H says we believe in God and we are paying our tithe, we are going to be rich. All these things is a scam. It's not a scam. It is the principle that you fail to follow. Okay, now let me give you one example. Because in this financial education I will be taking you, in my next video I will be telling you the other 3 educations you must have. But in this video, I've talked about academic education. So the one I'm focusing on is financial education, and I call it financial literacy, and that is what we are doing right now. Now, if you are a Christian, imagine you are a Christian and you have been working for 30 years, you have been working for 20 years, you have been working for 10 years, you have been working for 5 years, or you have been working for just 12 months, a year. Imagine your salary is 100,000 naira. You are going to pay tithe of how much? 10,000 naira. Remaining 90,000 naira with you. Now the first question we ask you is, before you got that job, are you eating or not? The answer is yes. Before you got that job, are you living in a house or not? The answer is yes. Before you got that job, are you wearing clothes or not? The answer is yes. But the question is, immediately you got that job, what makes you think your clothes must change? What makes you think the place you are living must change? What makes you think the food on your table must change? It is your mentality, the way they program you so that you will remain poor. I'm not joking. Because there is a life you can live even though you have millions in your account, and people will not ever come to you for help or for assistance. Do you know the reason they rush to you for help? Because you show to them that I have money. I'm not joking. Your appearance shows to them that I have money. Some of you, your first money you get like this, boom, you go and buy a car. You go and buy a car. Say, no, I have to, my level has changed. Which level changed? So many people in Lagos, they are paying house rent 8 million naira per year. 8 million per year, house rent. Some people are paying more than that. In this Lagos, I'm not joking. Ordinary house rent, some people are paying 8 million. They are claiming big man inside a rented apartment. They are using Range Rover inside a rented apartment. I don't know if you are getting it. So it is their mentality that made them to be like that. Now, if you are earning 100,000 naira per month, somebody will say, go and quit your job. Your salary job is a way to destroy you. It's a lie. Salary job is a way for you to have income so that you will plan ahead. Now, let me give you this example. 100,000 naira salary. 10,000 is your what? Is your tithe. Now, before you get that job, you have been eating, you have been wearing clothes, and you have been living somewhere. As a wise person, you continue that lifestyle. Now, there are 3 ways money goes. It comes in 1 way and goes in 3 ways. Number 1 is either you waste it, or you spend it, or you invest it. An average man spend money. A fool waste money, but the wise invest money. When you waste your money, it is gone forever. When you spend your money, it is gone forever. But when you invest your money, it remains. I don't know if you are getting something. So, as a wise man, any 100,000 naira per month, when you remove your tithe to God, you must remove your tithe for yourself. And it's a law. It is called law of savings. If you don't have it, you don't have it. When you give 10,000 to God in a month, save 10,000 naira for yourself as well. The remaining 80,000, manage it like that. Before you got that job, you have been managing what you have. Now that you have a job, you can do better. I don't know if you are getting it. Somebody is speaking something already. And then if you save 10,000 naira for yourself, as a wise person, do you know you can actually save 30% for yourself? I'm not joking here. You are not working before and you are surviving. And now that you are working, you now have something which is an income. If you give 10,000 to God and you save 30,000 for yourself, that is 40,000 naira. You manage the 60,000 naira. Maybe because of transportation, you know, all those things, all those expenses. But meanwhile, before you have that job, you have been surviving. So you cannot tell me that food is collecting my money. It's a lie. Food is not your problem. Your problem is your mentality. Food is not your problem, because before you get that job, you have been eating. Are you getting it? Now, when you save 30,000, okay, let's just say you save 10,000 naira for yourself. You give 10,000 to God and you save 10,000. In a year, you are able to raise how much? 120,000 naira for yourself. Imagine you just kneel down one day and you are praying, God, give me 1 million. God, I need 1 million. It's a useless prayer, because God will not bring an angel to come and deposit money in your account. I need 1 million. The first thing you do is sit down. If I am to save, how much will I save in a month that will give me 1 million in the next 10 months? That's 100,000 naira. If you save 100,000 naira every month, in the next 10 months, you are a millionaire. That's the answer to your prayer. It's not you going to mountain shouting up and down, God, I need a miracle. Shut up your mouth. God has given you a miracle. You are the one not using it. You are blessed already. You are the one not making use of your sense. That's why you think you are a poor man. You are not a poor man. God, give me 100,000. If you can save 10,000 naira for 10 months, that is 100,000. That's the answer to your prayer. But some of you, you don't have foresight. You might think that, oh, look at this year now. This is the 7th month. Today is 30th of July. As I'm recording this video now, today is 30th of July. This time tomorrow, that's the last day in the month of July. From January till now, some people, they have not achieved anything. And they don't have any savings. If any emergency should happen now, no hope for them. And if you ask them what happened, they say, Nigeria is hard. Nigeria is hard. Truly, it is hard. But me that I'm talking to you, I know what I have achieved in this year, as terrible as the regime of our government. So you are not the only one. If some other people can survive it, you too can survive it. It is your mentality that is giving you problem. The law of savings, there are 7 laws, and this one is just one out of it. If you want to create wealth, there are 7 laws. This is just one out of it. So the law of savings, when you save 10,000 naira per month and you give 10,000 naira to God, that is 20,000 naira. 80,000 naira, use it for your expenses. In a year, you're going to have 120,000. Imagine you save 120,000 for the next 5 years. I don't know if you are getting it. For the next 5 years, when you save 500,000 naira, 120,000 naira for the next 5 years, 120,000 multiplied by 5. You know what you have? You know what you have? More than 500,000. Okay, now, when you have more than 500,000, that will now take us to the next law, which I'm not going to talk about in this video. So in our next video, I'll be talking about the next law. The first law I mentioned now is the law of what? Savings. You must have savings. And now, how will you have savings when you don't have income? That's why you must not quit your job. Maybe you have been thinking, I'm going to quit my job, and this, look at me, I'm a carpenter. Don't quit your job. All you have to do is apply wisdom. Let the law of savings be in your diary, and then you're going to see a change in your life. Till I come your way again, financial literacy, that's what we are talking about. I am a wonderful presenter, M.O Olaigbala, T.P.H. In case you have any question, you have any doubt, or you have any testimony, make it know at the comment section. See you in my next video. God bless you.